Good morning, friends. How are you? I hope you all will be fine at your home. So, today we are going to start our textbook of Standard 5th. So, our first unit is The March of the Animals. The March of the Animals is a very appealing and eye-opening poem written by D.A. Dressler. In this poem, we come to know that how we human beings are disturbing the forest life and the ecosystem. All the animals come together to show their protest in this poem and ask people not to destroy forest for their own sake. You can see in the pictures some animals are having some boards just like save our forest, live and let us live, save the earth, do not destroy our homes, save the world and save our forest. So such are the things which we are going to read why these animals are doing the march past. Let's see. So ready to read? Okay, I am reading. They gathered around the lion one day. They all had lots and lots to say. These humans come to hunt and prey, cut down our trees and pull them away. Roared their king. What shall we do? They do not seem to have a clue. If they don't watch out, the day they will rue. That they decided to rob us too. The doe with all her gentleness said, I am alarmed. I do confess. The hunters chase us, their dogs no less. It really all seems so senseless. Do they not realize, spoke up the hare, that this destruction that they dare to cause without a thought or care will take from them what's theirs to share? We too, the creatures of the wild, have lots to teach, said the elephant mild. Look at my back with logs they have piled. Not once have I complained or railed. I hear when they have a special cause, added the tiger sharpening its claws. They never think or for a moment pause, but march out in numbers to settle scores. Let's do the same for each one's sake, said the clever fox, and each one stake some posters too, there's lots at stake. We will walk and walk till our legs do ache. So dear students, here the poem March of the Animals. This is the half part of the poem. Again we have one page. What happened next? But today we have to talk about only this half part of the poem. Now I am going to explain line by line. First stanza. They gathered around the lion one day. They all had lots and lots to say. These humans come to hunt and fray, cut down our trees and pull them away. Here by these lines, all the animals wanted to complain about the human beings, and that's why they had gathered around the lion, the king of the jungle. They had lot of complaints. They said, these humans come to hunt and prey to our jungles. These human beings are coming to our jungles and took us each and everything from us. Mercilessly they are cutting down our trees and they are pulling them away for their purposes. And this is a great matter of worry for all animals. On the complaint done by all the animals of the jungle, the king lion looked very worried, and he asked, "Then what shall we do?" He said, "They do not seem to have a clue that people do not have any clue, and deliberately they are coming to the jungles. If they don't watch out, the day they will rule. And if in a such way, if the people used to come daily to jungles, one day obviously they are going to rule themselves. It is very bad thing, and it is very bad feelings for the animals that all the human beings, they are also robbing us. They are taking a lot of things from the forest without taking permission and without caring for the other animals. The doe, with all her gentleness, said, "I am alarmed, I do confess. The hunter chases us, their dogs no less. It really all seems so senseless." Here, the doe, that is female deer, she is very gentle in her nature. She said, "I am alarmed, I am very much frightened, and I want to admit something, that nowadays the hunters used to chase us. They make us run away. Even their dogs are too much fast. They are mercilessly chasing us. But why they are killing us? Why they are chasing us? I don't understand. It really all seems so senseless. Why they are chasing us, and why they are coming to our forest to disturb our lives?" In the next line, hare said, "Do they not realize," spoke up the hare, "that this destruction that they dare to cause without a thought or care will take from them what's theirs to share?" The doe said here, "Don't they realize, don't human beings realize what they are doing? Whatever destruction, whatever cutting of trees they are doing to forest, how dare they? Have they thought about anything such care? Have they ever thought about such bad deeds?" The big elephant, but mild in nature, said, "We too, the creatures of the wild, have lots to teach," said the elephant mild. "Look at my back with locks they have piled. Not once have I complained or riled." By these lines, the elephant wanted to say that we are also the creatures of this wild jungle, and we have the same right to live here. And we have learned a lot of things from human beings, and also now it is time to learn a lot of things and to teach them a lot of things. Always human beings used to put lot of weight, heavy weight, that is the logs, that is the pieces of wood they have piled on my back. Though it is very heavy, it is very painful for me, but I never had complaint about that, all those rides. Also it made me very sad. So why these people are not understanding us? Why they are disturbing our lives? In the next stanza, the tiger added something. "I hear when they have a special cause," added the tiger, sharpening its claws. "They never think or for a moment pause, but march out in numbers to settle scores." By these lines, the tiger wanted to say that When human beings, when peoples in the city have special occasions, celebrations, parties, and to make preparations and decorations for the parties, they never think for any moment and they never care about anybody. And but to get each and everything they wanted, they march out in numbers to settle scores, and whatever they want, they achieve it. Let's do the same for each one's sake, said the clever fox, and each one take some posters too. There's lots at stake. We'll walk and walk till our legs do age. So, in these lines, said by the clever fox, we come to know that how the animals are preparing for the march to the city. He said, let's do the same for each one's sake. So whatever here the clever fox wanted to say that whatever the human beings are doing with us, let's do the same with them, because it is the fight for our survival. And each one take some posters, and for this march everybody has to play its role. Some will take some posters. There's lots at stake. Now there is lot of things which are at the earnest. We will walk and walk till our legs do age. Here he wanted to show that now they are very much determined to show their protest to us and against the human beings, and now they are not going to stop and they are going to protest very hardly against the human beings. We come to know that all animals wanted to say that humans were hunting them and destroying their homes. Also, the humans did not understand that they were destroying what was also theirs to share with the animals. Also, some suggestions came, and the suggestion was that they should march out together and go to the humans to settle their problem with some posters and march out to a city. So tomorrow we are going to talk about the next portion of the poem, what happened and how they are going to settle their scores and this problem with the human beings. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you.